Hey people, Duncan here. I want to take a second and I want to talk about Maga, making America great again. Okay, first and foremost though, please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, comment in the box below, and hit that bell for notifications. So let's talk about making America great again. Okay, this does not mean making Trump great. This does not have anything to do with President Trump outside of the fact that it was initially his movement that started it. Here's what I'm saying. The first year of President Trump's presidency was amazing. We're working, our economy's flowing. He's talking about closing our borders and ending illegal immigration. He's talking about building the wall. He's talking about everything you could possibly talk about. Talking about protecting gun rights, protecting all of our rights. Talking about America and Americans first. And then January hits. And I start hearing about a food stamp program that involves a box. So now you're going to tell people that are disabled and in poverty that they're going to live and eat out of a box. Like Russians. Like socialists. You're going to tell me that this is the best solution to the welfare problem? Well, no, it's not. You have welfare reform. You start eliminating people abusing the system and living off of it. You start making it to where people who are on the system can start paying back the debt to societies through city through city works programs or community service. You start making it to where you can start shredding dollars elsewhere. Now, at no point am I going to allow a president of mine who I voted for and supported and thought had one of the most amazing first years of a presidency. And in the first month, he's talking about putting people on welfare, living off of a food box? I don't think so. But then DACA comes. And he starts negotiating DACA. Come to find out, he's talking about 2 million illegals that he's going to allow to be here. He's negotiating DACA, even though it's unconstitutional and illegal. He's negotiating DACA to remove visa lottery, to remove the chain migration, so that he can fund the wall. These are the reasons he's trying to end DACA. These are the reasons he's negotiating DACA. But here's the funny thing. You can fund the wall by using the war on drugs money. We spend $3.7 trillion a year on the war on drugs. That money could easily go towards funding a wall and building that wall up quick. As for a workforce, all these illegals that are here breaking our laws, instead of catch and release, we catch them and we release them at work camps building the wall. The wall gets built. Now we don't negotiate DACA. It's unconstitutional. We remove it. We don't negotiate chain migration. It's unconstitutional. It gets removed. Visa lottery gets removed. We don't need the Democrats to tell us how to budget the war on money funding. We can use the wall as an asset to the war on drugs, which would justify the spending. Now, with that being said, it's not over yet. We're in February, not even 2 months into his second year, and now he's talking about removing our gun rights, making it to where 18, 19, and 20-year-olds can't obtain a legal rifle, weapon. 18, 19, 20-year-olds cannot protect themselves no longer in this country. But yet they can vote, they can join the military, they can join contracts, they can get married, they can do everything else that requires responsibility. But they can't own a weapon. Now, he takes it a step further. He attacks our Second Amendment, telling us that we can't have bump stocks or any other secondary device that increases the fire power, the range, the accuracy, and the lethal abilities of a weapon. So in other words, if you turn a weapon into an assault rifle or have an assault rifle, you no longer have the ability to have an automatic weapon that can truly protect yourself against an invading army. Because the Second Amendment is not about protecting yourself against your neighbor or the person breaking into your home. The Second Amendment is about protecting yourself against an invading army or a corrupt, overpowered government. Both of which we're looking down the barrel at right now. There's 11.5 million illegals in this country. There's another 10 million so-called refugees in this country. And we have a government willing to protect them while take from us as American citizens. So when I'm looking at the second year, 2 months into the second year of President Trump's presidency, I'm thinking to myself, what did he just play us the first year? And what's he going to literally turn into a liberal the second? What do we have the third year going to go back to a Republican? The fourth back to what's he doing? Okay, now you're not just crossing borders. You're crossing lines. Okay, this is not right. It's not acceptable. We as Americans need to stand up against this. We as Americans need to attack any executive order that jeopardizes America, that weakens America, and that takes American rights. And that's my point. So I still believe in making America great. I still believe in the American people and pushing the American people to greatness. But I will not stand by and support a president who's going to take my rights, who's going to support illegal immigration, and who's going to take my Second Amendment. It's disappointing. I had high hopes for President Trump. I was his best supporter. I represented his movement here in liberal Oregon, and I still am, and I'm still pushing Oregon, even without him. Do I think he's a subverted pawn? I'm beginning to think he might be. So, I'm willing to wait to see what else we have to deal with. But as of right now, I'm asking myself how and why. And I'm suggesting you do the same. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the videos, comment in the box below, and share. Share. Hit that bell for notifications. Peace. Duncan out.